morning, walking through the town of, West Hartford, Vermont. We just had a coffee and root beer on a woman's porch with her because she's cool. But unfortunately, Pilgrim got stung by a yellow jacket this morning. And so he took 2 Benadryl. So he's giggling. And I told him that I was going to be prodding him up this next mountain and we have to climb to get to the Connecticut River with my poles. But he's feeling... He's in that Benadryl stupor.
Good morning. I am standing by the coolest privy on the trail. Yep. Comes complete with a screen porch. So, that is the coolest privy on the trail. Except for the one that has no doors and windows. Good morning from day 65 on trail. And if everything goes right, the last day in Vermont. We have about 14 miles to the Connecticut River and the border with New Hampshire. We'll be going into Hanover to do a resupply. And then we're not quite sure. The shelter is about 1.5 miles uphill. Not at the peak of the hill, and the shelter has no water, and they're predicting thunderstorms from basically 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. rain overnight. So not quite sure what the plan is yet. There is a hostel in Hanover that's full and a hotel that's very expensive. So most likely we'll have to end up at the shelter, although it's also possible we'll just try to cross the river and find a stealth site that's not as high up the mountain. But on the upside, even if we end up in Hanover, it only adds about 1.5 miles to tomorrow, which is not a long day, so that won't be too bad. And so we were packed up and just about ready to leave camp at 7 o'clock this morning, and we were the last ones out. So the first hiker, I don't know about the first hiker, but certainly a hiker left that was taking the bear bag down at 5:30. So I don't know if they're all trying to race into Hanover before the rain starts. Just certainly a possibility. We've had steep ups and steep downs, and both of which are hard on the legs. One is more, I feel like, hard on the knees and the hamstrings, and the other, or the quads, and the other is worse on like the Achilles and hamstrings. So it'll be an interesting day today. See how wet we get. It's also possible that it'll all be spotty and it'll avoid actually hitting us. Although we could definitely use some rain. The shelter has a spring that's dry, so maybe with a bunch of rain, some of those unreliable water sources will be flowing for a little bit longer. Anyway, that's the news from the trail for this morning. I forgot to look for views this morning, so I don't know what we have coming up. So, ducky out. So I'm walking through the town of Norwich. I'm on the way to cross over the Connecticut River and then into the town of, so that's Norwich, Vermont, and then into the town of Hanover, New Hampshire. And we stopped at the general store for some ice cream. I got maple ice cream and a little bit of resupply, but we were out of many of the things we're looking for, like potatoes. They did have couscous, but it was plain, and ironically enough, they had hemp hearts. No tuna or chicken. So I'm gonna do the rest of the resupply up in Hanover, and then we're not quite sure what we're gonna do for tonight. Probably try the stealth site close to where we were originally planning, but we shall see. Anyway, we are very close to finishing Vermont. Just another mile or so that we'll be in New Hampshire. And then that'll be 8 states down for me, 6 to go, and yet not even at the halfway mark. Ducky out. There it is, officially crossing into New Hampshire on a wet, rainy day. And that is the Connecticut River. Well, we've been walking through or next to Dartmouth College through the town of Hanover. And right now we're heading on our way to resupply. But there's a slight chance we'll actually get to eat at Dartmouth College, but hard to say yet. Exactly where the dining hall is. First priority is to get resupply, and then second priority is to get dinner. And then third priority is to figure out where we're sleeping tonight.
I think we're gonna have any food this night.